Sound test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh.
We have my stuff, Mark's stuff, inherited stuff, resale stuff, this stuff, and stuff. We invite you to subscribe to our channel and watch our videos as we progress through liquidating our own estate. Hi everyone, I'm Vickie.
And I'm Mark.
Welcome to our channel. We're Avante Attic, and what we're doing is liquidating
our own estate.
Just a little bit, if you can see all the things behind us.
We had a sale. My 1953 Milton Bradley Pirate and Traveler game sold for $30 and $20.40 shipping for a total of $50.40. Well, this is different. You usually see Vickie doing pack and ships, but I'm going to take a crack at it today. We've sold my Pirate and Traveler game, and I'm going to show you how we're going to prepare it and pack it for boxing. So inside we have some loose pieces that we need to make sure don't rattle around in here. And I have a few small Ziploc bags. So let's see if I guesstimated the sizes right. Try to get the cards in here. Those fit. Now let's try the game spinner in this bag. Perfect. And we've got four little game pieces here. Yellow, blue, green, and red. So now there's still space in here for these to shift around. So I think we're going to take a piece of small bubble wrap and put in here to keep them from rattling. Okay. Fold this maybe in thirds. I think that'll do the trick. And the game board back on top. That's a little bit high. Okay, I don't like how the game board doesn't go all the way down on this end. So I think what the problem is the bubble wrap is holding up on these cards. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to switch the cards to another bag that we can split these out into two stacks that are thinner, and then the bubble wrap won't push up the lid. Zip those up, fold that over, and there we go. Now that goes down in real nice. And now when we put the game board on, fits just like it's supposed to. No rattles, a little bit of shift, but no rattles. Ready to put some plastic wrap over the entire box. The idea is if the finished package should wind up sitting out in the rain at the buyer's house or somewhere along the way in transit, the box should get wet. We want the inner package here, the inner game box, to be protected, because a lot of times there's more value in the actual box than there is in the game itself. Some people collect the boxes. Rather than having you watch me fight with that plastic, I even had to get Vickie to come along and help me get the thing unfolded. So let's see, did I get enough? And knowing Vickie, the way she edits these videos, she'll probably fast forward. We're going to get two more pieces of wrap and go around the other way. Okay, Coach told me that it was better to do these one strip at a time. All sealed up. Now we need to get enough bubble wrap. We're going to use 1/4-inch bubble wrap to enclose the whole thing. Pulled off 4 sections of 1/4-inch bubble wrap, and I'm going to lay that down on the table here. We're going to lay this so that the bubbles are facing up and will be against the box. Let's try to center this up on the bubble wrap. We'll move over here a little bit. Center it up this way. Bring this end up and bring this end over, and we can see that I've got a lot more bubble wrap here than what I need. I'm going to go ahead and cut this so that it's just about maybe an inch over here, just to overlap, so that we don't waste any of the bubble wrap. And we can use this on another smaller package or as filler somewhere. Okay, we're going to put a couple pieces of masking tape on this seam here, and to fold these edges, and I'm going to put a few pieces, and we're going to do the same thing over on this side. Okay, now we need our little thank you sticker. Okay, that'll go right there. And now we're all ready to go make a box. Okay, we've moved out to my shop where I'm going to show you how I make a box for game boxes. I have here a piece of cardboard that is actually left over from making another box, and this one should be plenty large enough to do the one for Pirate and Traveler. What I need to do is take some measurements. My box is 17 inches long, 10.5 inches wide, and 1.75 inches high. I can use the folds, at least one of them here, on this, and actually we're going to do a cut because I've got about 1.5 inches there and 1 5/8 there, which should be enough for me to make my end flaps. So we're going to start by cutting this extra cardboard off of the piece I'm going to use. Get down, get my cutting board underneath my cardboard, get my knife, and this tool here, it's a nice straight edge, and it's got a handle on it to be able to hold down while you're cutting things. If I line this up with the edges of my cardboard and start right here, and one more slice, there we go. Get that out of the way. Now, we've got one little ear on the cardboard back here that I don't need, so I'm going to cut that off. Alright, and there's the cardboard that I'm going to work with. Alright, if we place my box back in here and butt it up to this flap, I need to get a pen. Okay, fold this up, I've got my pen, and I'm going to use that to make a line right there where I want my fold. We're going to set this off, turn my cutting board, and we'll use my straight edge, and I'm going to take a screwdriver and just use it to score right along my line there. Do that 2 or 3 times. I don't want to cut into the box, I just want to mark it, and now we'll fold that up right there on the line. So now we put the box back into the existing fold, and we fold that over at my score that I just made, and we're ready to go to this side. So now let's take my pen again, and we'll make a mark right here along the edge of the box. Take that out, and now use my straight edge screwdriver, score there. And again, we just want to make a crease, we don't want to cut. I'm going to move my straight edge to the other side so I can fold this up. And what I'm hoping is that the existing fold here that was in the original box is going to be just about where I need it on the top edge. So I bring that around, bring this up, fold it over, and how about that? I really don't want this to fold over like that. I want these two edges to meet. So I'm going to get this folded down nice, and we're going to fold the short side on top, and I'll mark that. Oh, and one other thing I didn't point out when I first started, when you're working with cardboard that has been used for something else, put the printed side in, and that way we've got a nice clean side on the outside of the box. I just made this mark, and we want to cut that little strip off. Line up my straight edge. Okay, there we go. Flip this back over, put our box back in, fold it up, and there we go. Closes right up. Okay, what do we do with the ends? Now we're going to make a cut at each of our folds. we're going to cut here, 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 and the same on the other end, so that we can fold these little tabs down and fold these across the ends. But before we make those cuts, I need to know how far in they have to be. Let's get our box centered up. I've got 1.5 inches there and 1.5 inches there. That looks pretty good. I'm going to mark right there on the fold at the end of the box. Likewise, I'm going to fold it up where I can mark there and here and here. Now, as I said, we're going to cut on the fold to those depths where we just marked. Okay, I think that's good. And we'll do the same thing here, 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 and here. I'm going to want all of these tabs to be able to fold in. So the next thing we want to do is score right along those lines where I just made the cuts. So we're going to take our screwdriver again, and too long to get all the way to the end, so I'm going to move my ruler here in a minute and do it again down here. We'll slide things up, pull this down, okay, and spin around here and do the same thing on this end. Get on the cutting mat, slide it over. Okay, now this needs to fold up this way, and likewise here, and here, and here, and here. Then come to this end. Now, if I did everything correctly, this should just close up very nice around my package, around my game box. Then this tab folds in, this tab folds in, that folds down, and this folds up. I'm going to need to get a little bit of tape on things to hold this together. We've got our tape dispenser, and I'm going to fold the sides up again first. I'm going to put a couple pieces across the seam here to hold it together, and then we'll eventually tape the length of the whole seam. And there, so that's together pretty nice. We're going to fold these tabs in, and I'm going to fold the top pieces down first because it's in two sections. So we're going to fold that down, and then we bring the bottom up. And now we'll tape that end up, squeeze down, pull up on the tape, and we'll put a couple more pieces. Okay, and we'll go around and do the same thing to this end. A little bit of a, how can I hold this so you can see it? Got a little flap hanging out right there, and there's one right here. I think what we'll do, we'll take scissors and just cut those two little ears off. There we go. Now, I want to run tape all the way along this seam, back on both sides. That's good. And then we're going to do the same thing along each of those edges. I almost forgot that I've got to go and put the tape across this end like I did on the other side. We're going to do one other thing, and that is we're going to run a strip of tape all the way around the center. Put a label on it and get it on its way. I think we're all ship shape and ready to weigh it, and we're going to weigh the package now. We're going to put our label weight on here, which simulates the adhesive label, the mailing label that we're going to put on eventually. So we've got 2 pounds, 8.9 ounces. We're under the 3 pounds. We need to see the actual measurements of the box. Let's get the scale out of the way. The length is 17.25. We have to round that up to the next whole inch, so that's 18 inches. The width is 10.75, so that will be 11 inches. And the thickness is 1 7/8, so we'll make it 2. So when we go to print the eBay label, will enter the weight and these dimensions.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We do invite you to subscribe. I'm Vickie.
And I'm Mark.
And we are liquidating our own estate. See you soon. Bye.